You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Excellent, excellent. Are you all excited for today's episode of Exploring Anime with Friends?
Oh my goodness, yes I am.
Today we'll be diving into the world of Isekai Quartet, a comedy isekai?
Yes.
Coming of age?
Coming of age, no. Comedy.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a school.
Okay, yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's really just,
It's a palate cleanser.
yeah, it's a palate cleansing comedy.
After all the nitty-gritty ones you've watching the series things, you need something goofy.
Yeah, like basically most of the ones that are being merged in, like it starts with like 4 major isekai merging together. And man, we will get to that. It was released in April of 2019. And yes, it's absolutely wonderful.
It's
Brilliant
goofy.
chibi animation. So all of these
yes.
characters that you're used to seeing in 16 plus rated anime are all chibi and adorable and in a classroom with each other. First, we will set the premise of this strange world and how all this came to be one day. Then we will go into all of our characters that know and love from various shows like ReZero, Overlord, Saga of Tanya the Evil, and Konosuba. After that, we will go into what somehow passes for a storyline that ties all these episodes together. And then finally, we will go into some of our favorite antics and moments, as it's just one high school episode trope after another, combined with all the terrible anime tropes, too.
Oh my
If
gosh.
you like tropes, this is for
This
you.
is yours,
And
yeah.
it's not just anime, it's like high school drama ones.
Oh, jeez.
So absolutely brilliant. Oh, and if you like what you're hearing from us, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Press that button right down there.
Okay.
Somewhere. All right. You want to lay this setting for us? And man, how does everyone get here?
It's beautiful, really. We start with Kazuma and company, Konosuba. They just got back from obliterating some big nasty toad thing or something. I love. And they're just trying to count the treasure. That's all they want to do. That's all Kazuma wants to do. Let's go. Let's count our loot. And suddenly out of nowhere, Button appears.
Gray box,
just
red
gray
button.
box, red button. Just
Push click
appears.
button.
Yeah, right. I probably would have pushed it without a second thought. I'm not gonna lie. This would have trapped me so bad. And for a moment, they're like, "No, don't push the button. We got loot."
Well, half of them are, and then the other half are like, "What's in the button?" Like darkness. It's like, oh,
Yes.
maybe it takes me to a world where I'm just in constant torture.
Oh my gosh, she's a freak. Darkness has some serious.
We'll learn more about masochistic
Thank you.
tendencies.
Yes. So they're
Oh, man.
divided on to press the button or not, and of course, the button gets pressed.
Yeah, Megumin is originally on Kazuma's side about not pressing the button, or Aqua's side. I don't remember whose side it was, but eventually she talks herself into a circle and she's like, "We're gonna press it." And then she hits it, and it's like, oh, why is everything getting hazy around? What's going on? What's going on? Aqua's crying out to Kazuma, and it's like, what's happening? Meanwhile, over in the Overlord universe, what's going on there?
They're having a little meeting, and everyone's there. Ainz is doing his thing, making sure everything's going well. And Demiurge is like, there is something kind of weird happening. I can't really explain it that well, but there is something happening. And Ainz is like,
something happening.
yeah, that's much better, Demiurge. And Ainz is basically like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on this something, and if these somethings appear, just give them to someone else, and we'll try to figure out if this is a trap or not, because it's probably a trap.
And by the way, it's a gray box with a red button.
Gray box, but the somethings are a gray box with a red button.
Yep.
And Ainz is pretty convinced that this could be a trap from another country. Rightfully so. That's a good thing to believe if you're Ainz. And as he goes to return to sit down on his throne, the button appears on the throne.
And he just sits right
And
on
he
it.
just sits on it.
And meanwhile, his internal voice, Satoru, is thinking the whole thing. It's like, who would be dumb enough to fall for this? And it's like,
Well, he didn't, in his defense, it wasn't on purpose. He wasn't like, oh, let me press the button. He didn't know it was behind him.
meanwhile, in the universe of Saga of Tanya the Evil, she
my
is
gosh.
testing out some new equipment in the air. Want to tell us a little bit about that scene there?
She's basically testing out a jetpack, and she's trying to figure out how to get it to decelerate because she needs to land. She wants to land. And she's talking with the guy that made it, and she's like, which of these buttons do I press? And he's like, you idiot, there's only one button. And she's like, no, there's definitely not. Why am I holding two buttons?
She's holding one of like a black remote with a blue button, the gray box with a red button.
Gray box with a red button. Sound familiar?
Yeah, right?
And of course, she presses the wrong button. So
no, she presses both buttons because
that's right.
when faced with a choice like that, you just hit both and you deal with the consequences.
That's a good point. I completely forgot she did hit both buttons.
And meanwhile, in the ReZero universe, we get nothing. We don't see how the red button gets hit.
No, we don't.
And you're thinking there's something there, except for the fact that they didn't think they'd out this deep at all.
No.
So, and that becomes pretty apparent when they're all landing in basically the playground of a
schoolyard. Yeah.
And our first interactions that we get are in between the Overlord group and Aqua, and she's going to try to strike them down. But eventually, Kazuma is the voice of reason, and they don't fight each other, and everyone piles into a classroom, and it really shows the dynamic of all the groups by the way that they sit.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes. Tanya and company are like up in front. They're ready to take notes.
Right in the front row. So disciplined.
So disciplined.
Top of the class sort of thing. And, honestly, the Konosuba crowd is the one that I like the most, because that's what I would do, because you sit in the front of the classroom so it doesn't look like you're going to be a problem at all.
Yeah.
But you sit all the way to the side to where it's in the peripheral vision and you can't really be seen.
It's on the opposite side of the teacher's desk.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's really kind of a sneaky, great seat because, well, it allows you to be sneaky.
Yeah,
that's fair. Great things.
I mean, I kind of like where Ainz was sitting. Ainz and company are kind of like
commanding center
towards the center, but
we rule the classroom.
They were towards the back too, so he could like observe everything.
Yeah,
it's not in the back. Who was the last group?
Oh, the ReZero group.
They were the ones sitting in like the very back.
Subaru.
Yep.
So, but it's a lot of fun. They claim the back row because Subaru is probably the biggest slacker. Oh, I don't know, Subaru or Kazuma. Who's the biggest slacker out of the group?
It's a good question. I want to hear other people's thoughts on this. I haven't had a chance to watch both these like a lot of, so you guys tell us. Who's the bigger slacker?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Kazuma's a bigger slacker.
Based solely on Isekai Quartet?
Well, I mean,
maybe.
I haven't watched all of Konosuba, but I've watched enough of it to get a good feel for who Kazuma is, and I feel like there's many times where he just will opt. Whatever. We're talking about people. Let's talk about people more.
Yes.
We keep on talking about it, and we've been talking about Kazuma. Who comes over with Kazuma? And just give us a quick rundown of this beautiful, wonderful Konosuba representation in the classroom.
The representation
specifically
in this classroom.
Class 2.
Oh, yes, that's right. This is Class 2.
This is Class 2. All these big-time protagonists in Class 2.
Class 2.
Which implies there's a Class 1. But we'll cover that when we're talking about the vague storyline that gets melded together at some point.
Oh, my goodness.
I probably shouldn't make fun of it as much as I do, because this is, honestly, I've watched this a few times too many already.
It's fun. It really is.
It's like 8-minute or 11-minute episodes or something like that.
Maybe 12.
By the time you take out all the intro song and the outro song and everything,
Isekai Quartet. Isekai Quartet.
Isekai Quartet.
It is catchy.
You're not going to skip the songs at all because they're just kind of like, they're way too catchy.
Very catchy.
All right. Konosuba representation for Class 2. Who do we got?
For the Konosuba group, we have Kazuma, we have Darkness, we have Megumin, and we have Aqua.
And if you know anything about it as a whole, these are the misfits of the misfits. Darkness is a complete masochist. Man,
she's got her fetish for sure.
It is just hammered on throughout the series in hilarious fashion too many times. Where Megumin is obviously the Crimson Demon who can cast Explosion, but she can only cast it once a day.
I mean, it's a pretty powerful spell.
Yeah. And then Aqua calls herself a goddess. She's really a priestess, and she likes to lord it over everyone. And she kills the undead. She doesn't like them. And the fact that Ainz is such a prominent member of the classroom leads to hilarious antics throughout the whole thing. Because there are times where we actually see like punishments happen to the students and they have to have a bucket of water on their head while holding 2 buckets of water up. Very
weird
military because obviously the principal of the school and a lot of the teachers of the school come from Tanya's universe. So it's very military in that aspect. And it's just kind of beautiful the way that goes. She gets in trouble in the very first episode for basically challenging Ainz to a fight and launching an attack on him before Kazuma eventually intervenes and just wallops her one. But the dynamic between them, and obviously we're already talking about the Overlord crew, so let's add more to the Overlord crew at this point in time. Talk to us a little bit about Heinz Ulgauns and his adamant worshiper.
Oh my gosh. I love Demiurge, by the way. He's my kind of dude with how he just everything Ainz does has a reason and a good reason, and Demiurge can explain it so well. And Ainz is like, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Good job, Demiurge. I'm like, oh man, you're so full of it.
There was a great point where they had to subdivide into groups, and Cosmo's in a group with Tanya and Demiurge, and he's like, I'm in a group with an evil little girl and a guy who could literally be the devil himself.
That's so great, though. So the Overlord crew is Ainz, Demiurge, obviously. Albedo, of course, makes it, and every other second she's like on Ainz or complaining that some other girl's getting a little too close.
Oh my goodness.
It's hilarious.
The Ainz Tanya stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Albedo is fuming.
Man, every other second, Albedo's upset at someone.
Most of the time, Aqua or Anya, because she feels like, wow, calling Tanya Anya.
I mean, they're probably the same height.
They're both little girls around the same height, and that's where all the similarities stop.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
Man, but yeah, no, she thinks that Tanya's trying to steal her man from her. Meanwhile, Shoutier Bloodfallon's also swooning over him all the time, and the Ouroboroses are there too, and so is Cocytus. Cocytus and what's her face, Pinky, Ram.
There you go.
They go at it in a very weird sort of way, and it's kind of like a recurring joke through the whole thing. And, she's like, and it is so. And he's like, but is it? Yes, it is. But is it?
Oh, no, it's hilarious.
I don't know. Like, you have to watch it, and you better watch. These are literally 11-minute episodes.
Yeah, these are worth it.
12-episode seasons, 3 seasons out, and they add more and more characters as it goes along.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
Really, you can season introduce a shield hero. There's more and more characters just piling, and
it
gets
more absurd than previous.
Oh, 100%. But we're going a little far. I will jump right in with the saga of Tanya the Evil. When they introduce themselves to the class, it is so amazing.
Oh, no, it's fantastic.
Because the ReZero crew starts first, and Subaru is like, if I'm not like the coolest, then I'm the most broke or something like that.
Pretty much, like, yeah.
Okay. And all of them give semi-proper introductions. Cosmo just kind of glazes over his group. And at the end of it, Ainz and company are like very proud, like, we are these people. But when Tanya and her group get up, they're so military. They just basically state their name, state their rank, and what battalion they're in.
Yep.
And it's like, wow.
That's it. That's all they need to know.
We have set the tone very clearly for how you guys run. And the ones along with her, Victoria's along with her, Johann Weiss is with them, and Johann Weiss is hilarious throughout the series. He is the butt of every joke. Like, does he escape being made fun of by anyone throughout the course of it? I mean,
don't know. That's tough.
I know most of the time he's the butt of jokes from Grants and Newman and Will, but at the same time, it's just, and those are the other 3 that are along with them. He just is like the eternal whipping boy for this. And Darkness is envious, obviously.
Oh, man.
Because she wants to be the whipping boy instead. Literally in the class talent show. But we'll get there a little later on. Talk to us about the ReZero crew and who's in the classroom.
In the ReZero group, we have Subaru, we have Amelia, we have Puck, we have Rem and Ram, and we also have Beatrice and Roswell.
Oh, I forgot about Beatrice.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about her too, to be honest.
Is Roswell's not in the class. Roswell's the homeroom teacher.
He is the homeroom teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It cracked me up. And that's the reason why the ReZero group starts off with the introductions and everything, because he's like, how about you, Subaru?
So interesting.
It's absolutely amazing. I love the character as a whole, and the fact that he ends up as the homeroom teacher. Other characters that end up as their teachers along the way include Pandora's actor and the Demon King from Konosuba.
For whatever reason.
And there's also other military ones. I don't remember all the military names. Ballad of Tanya the Evil is the only one I haven't seen out of these at this current point in time. And I'm probably going to see it, but honestly, the fact that it feels very World War II and they feel very Germany at the same time has just always been a little bit of a holdback for me. But, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it on the show if they have a second season coming out. And ReZero has a new season coming out, and I think Konosuba just had a season come out. And meanwhile, us Overlord fans are waiting forever.
And waiting.
Waiting
And
forever. Those 4 anime aside, because this isn't about them. This is about the beautiful union of all of them together as the Isekai Quartet. And you can watch this on Crunchyroll. That's where we've been watching it. And if you like it, you definitely should check it out. It's a very quick watch, like 3 hours for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And if you like what you're hearing from us, check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. But yeah, all these shows are just blended together actually so seamlessly.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So hilariously,
definitely.
Chibbly.
So chibi.
Want to give us the plot?
The plot is just go to school. The overall plot is you've got to go to school now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like,
well, I mean, you see somewhere in the background.
Yes.
Yeah. You see somewhere in the background that the principal, he keeps on talking to the vice principal, and he's kind of like, we're kind of at their mercy in this world. And because everyone's been re-isekai'd here, and it's one of those things where that they know that there's something going on. And Ain's pieced together at one point in time, I think it's during the 2nd season, and we're only talking about the 1st season for the most part, but we're going to jump into a few of the others ever so slightly. Ain's figures it out that they exist in both worlds now at this point in time, and that this existence revolves around learning and growing together, and they're not who they are in the other worlds.
They're a chibi version of themselves.
And I'm not trying to make the series deep or anything, because it really isn't. But the fact of the matter is there is something darker behind it that gets alluded to on multiple occasions. And there is the goal of getting their way back to their world.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that is especially highlighted in the end episode when there's a battle of the classes for field day.
Yes.
Class 1 versus Class 2. Class 1 features some of the great ones. Reinhard Felt from ReZero. It features the Pleiades maids. It features a few people from Konosuba, the one who taught Kazuma how to use Thief. Yes. And yes, that joke does get taken through because he definitely reminds everyone of the biggest heist that he's ever had and whatnot. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then watch Isekai Quartet or watch Konosuba.
One of the two.
Yeah. You'll find out pretty quick what Kazuma's biggest heist ever was. So there is something connected at all. And at the end of the season, they're being offered a red button if they can win the field day to head back to their world. Except for the fact that we all know that it's not going to happen.
Did they actually say the red button would return them? Or is that just a guess?
Roswell's kind of like, who knows? Maybe it takes you home.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Some of your favorite antics. Give us some of the favorite antics along the way.
The red stuff.
The red stuff. We're diving into season 2 for the red stuff.
Oh my goodness! I thought
no. It's
I've
okay.
watched way too much of this to be able to differentiate where the season 1 ends and season 2 begins.
Tell us about the red stuff.
I don't know where to begin.
I mean,
it's the red stuff.
It's so perfect because it's Newman that's is always mentioning it. The red stuff.
Red stuff.
Like,
if you can't guess what the red stuff is, it's wine.
It's just this show is like rated 12 plus.
Oh,
don't know how with what All Darkness says.
And things that Albedo says too, though.
Yeah,
Darkness and Albedo. Like, how is this? How's it not slightly high? I mean, I guess it would have to be pretty dramatic to jump.
I mean, there's no blood and there's no real fighting.
I don't think there's cursing.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
like, it's just darkness and
Albedo.
Darkness and Albedo.
This could have been PG except for those two.
Probably still is, like, theoretically, by the way the rating system works.
Maybe.
But like,
so their whole plot, and I'm sorry that it was season 2, but I really liked it.
Okay. Like,
was to get the red stuff, was to get to the wine and drink
in the principal's office.
In the principal's office.
Standard, tropey liquor cabinet raid episode.
Oh, it was fantastic though. Just the whole concept of the red stuff and it only being called the red stuff just killed me, to be completely honest.
And the group that's going after it is Kazuma, Newman, Grants, and Will. And right before they get to the office, Aqua's like there, and he's like, no, she's unlucky and she's unintelligent. She's gonna ruin the whole plan for us. And sure enough, she walks in and she's like, oh, there it is. Opens the cabinet, grabs it, and
alarms go off.
Not just alarms, the lasers.
Oh my gosh, yes, the
shoot in.
lasers. Everything goes off.
And Will's kind of like, he tests them really quick with a stick or something, and sure enough, they're not set off alarm lasers. They're
These guys are
burning
not
through
joking about their red stuff. They are guarding it the best they can.
There's a mimic pretending to be a door.
The whole thing is just absurd.
And then the toads from Konosuba, the giant toads that can eat a person, 4 of them pop out, and there's only 5 of them there, and they make up the great plan. It's kind of like, 4 of us will sacrifice ourselves because if it makes it out, we all win in the end.
Right.
And basically Kazuma gives that speech, and it's like to the other 3, to the 3 stool pigeons from Tanya's universe, and as if he's volunteering with them so that Aqua can escape with it. And when it's just down to Kazuma and Aqua at the end, so it's like, stealth skill, it's going to come after you, Aqua. I'm going to be the one escaping with it. And escape he does until he runs into Roswell in the hall, and he's like, what do we have here?
Yeah, no, the jig is up.
And they get into some sort of torture session as a result.
Some sort of mischief.
Oh, man. I think one of my favorite ones was the dodgeball episode. I can't remember if that's season 1 or season 2, to be completely honest. It all starts by arguing about what is the best condiment for chicken wings.
We should have that talk right now.
And we're all
what is the best condiment
for
chicken
thinking,
wings?
There's so many great condiments for chicken wings. You got like barbecue sauce,
hot sauce.
Yeah, you got standard buffalo. You got like mango habanero,
garlic butter kind of thing. I think I've heard of lemon garlic or something.
There's so many there are so many great wing sauces.
Oh, I want wings.
Let's be honest.
Shut up.
Okay, let's get wings tonight. We're gonna get wings tonight.
Let's do it. Cream place.
It is decided. Yes. For our league people out there,
if we have any of them watching,
someone who's into anime watch the league. We know people.
That actually
we are people.
Yes, we are. Okay, yes, we are those people.
We are into both anime and fantasy football. I will not hide either. But
but the dodgeball episode.
So we're expecting these great condiments.
Yes.
And Tanya's arguing salt and pepper. Ainz is arguing ketchup. And then Subaru speaks up with mayo.
Who puts mayonnaise on chicken wings? I need to know this. And that person, straight to jail.
I'm about to say, okay, Tanya, okay, you're a little plain with your salt and pepper here, but like, it's all right. Ketchup and chicken wings, Ainz, you are disappointing me.
That only works if the chicken's really dry. But then you're using it as a dip. You're not like coating it.
And then the mayo just completely lost me in there.
Oh, bro's going to jail.
And so the class all divides. They're all talking about it. Oh, by the way, they gave these chicken wings at the butcher's place, and that's the hangout spot after school. That's the really good place to hang out with all your school buds after school in this world. Roswell basically realizes the class is divided. Let's play dodgeball.
Because that's what we do when we can't decide on condiments for our chicken wings.
Oh, this is season 2 because Naofumi, Raphtalia,
season 1 completely.
and Philo all get sucked into this game too. Those are the representatives from Shield Hero. And there's a big dodgeball game where they're charging the ball with their magical power.
Oh, it's great.
And eventually at one point in time, I think Megumin and Ainz are on the same team, and they do a full charge up and everything. And somewhere there deflects in something and it breaks the ball, and they're kind of like, man, I don't even know what we were arguing about anymore. I think the only person who got out during the course of the whole game was Darkness. And that's because she saw a really powerful attack with the ball.
Darkness.
And she's like, wee!
You just need a spray bottle for her. Like, stop it.
Oh, man. But that was probably my favorite one. You got a second one?
Second one.
Something from season 1. Maybe.
I have to take a moment to think about this because it's so short. It just goes together.
First season, we had the talent show.
Oh, the talent show
which was definitely fun. It ended kind of cute. It was less funny and more kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. And we had our beach episode and
our tropey beach episode,
yeah, of course, because obviously, what's an anime
without a beach episode
or a high school drama, high school comedy without a beach episode? So we had our going for the class president one.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about the field day last.
That's fair.
But which other one do we want to cover in there?
I love a good trope as much as anyone. Let's talk about that beach day.
Wow, let's all right, so we got some watermelon smashing on the beach, and obviously there was some great stuff leading up to this. They all have to purchase their
of course they have to purchase swimsuits.
And Tanya's walking around with Victoria, and she's like, yeah, no, we're gonna keep it modest. Knuckleheads in our battalion, they don't deserve to see anything. And you're like, I can't have you getting scrutinized. And Victoria's like, oh, like, thank you for looking out for me and everything, Tanya. So it's just very nice and innocent. And then they kind of realize that the guys in their battalions aren't the only person in the group, because they stumble upon Albedo and Chaltier shopping for Lord Hyde.
Yep.
And then they run into Aqua and Kazuma, and I think this is my favorite part of the whole episode. Kazuma figures out that Albedo is a succubus.
Oh, yeah, that took him a while to figure that one out.
And it dawnts on him, he's like, oh. And then Chaltier is like, whisper, 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 whisper.
Oh my gosh, whisper, whisper, whisper.
It's like, can you believe that she is innocent? And Albedo's like, I'm saving myself for Lord Hines.
Yes, very passionately about that.
And Aqua joins on Albedo's side, and they have a brief bonding
There's
moment.
There's a moment,
there.
yeah.
So, and Rem's smashing watermelons on the beach with her mace, her demon mace, and there's a push-up contest. Kokaitis basically forces the military guys like Newman, Will, Grants, and company, because they're in charge of the athletic club. He's like, push-ups now.
Right.
And they're doing it, and Darkness is like, oh, yes, and you definitely have that sort of moment there.
Gosh.
Meanwhile, out of all of the guys there, the one who decides that the Speedo is appropriate for him is Demi-Urge.
Demi-Urge is probably one of the few that could pull it off.
And after the beach, they have their like frightening trial at night where they have to walk through the woods together. And at this point in time, like Tanya finds, is it Subaru or is it Kazuma? It's Subaru. And Aqua are all together. And it dawns on Tanya for the first time that Aqua is saying that she's a goddess. And Tanya's like, your ass. And big magical energy spikes everywhere. Till eventually Hines and Subaru calm her down and okay, yeah, no, you've been saying it this whole time. And obviously you're too incompetent to be as powerful as X is. So I will forgive you and apologize.
The 0 to 60 sometimes with Tanya was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, yeah. But that's the episode where you actually started to see the class come together, right?
Yes.
And it sets them up for the big final 2 episodes of the season where they have to take on class 1 and the teachers, because it all ends in one of those chariot races, you know, the 1 up, the 2 on the side, and the one carrying the team and everything. And obviously for our main team, the lead is Ainz, and Tanya's on the shoulder, and Kazuma and Subaru are the wings, because why wouldn't it be that?
That makes the most sense.
And they're going against Reinhard, Felt. I think the 2 on the side are both from Konosuba, right? Or is there a Pleiades made in there? I'm really not sure. But it also turns out that they go against the teachers because Roswald is riding on Pandora's actor and Demon King from Konosuba. And the giant, like, spider-like juggernaut thing that from Konosuba's world shows up on the battlefield, and they're all wearing headbands.
Oh my goodness.
And you see our heroes all work together. Reinhard says, you know what? We're going to take out the teachers, and you guys take out the giant creature.
That was terrible. When that thing showed up, I was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, right?
Why?
Just out of nowhere. It's like an unstoppable dreadnought. It just shows up. And sure enough, they actually reign victorious. They get the button, and the button does nothing.
Not a darn thing.
Except for reset the season 2.
Pretty much. Such a goofy show.
Anything you want to add before we wrap this one up?
I mean, I know we're laughing and joking the whole time because it's funny. So if you want something just stupid, funny, this is your show. Again, it's a good palate cleanser. After you watch something more serious, you need something
after you
light.
watch one of the 4 shows.
Yeah, exactly. You need something light. And this doesn't, but it's hilarious.
It's actually pretty good. And the theme songs, intro at the end theme song, it's like a pixelated version, and you got 4 of the girls from the class in each representation, and they're on stage and they're singing. It's really well molded together. There's no story, but it's hilarious. And I don't know how many times I've watched it, to be completely honest. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. So once again, we dove into the worlds of Isekai Quartet. See how all the members of Konosuba and Overlord and Ballad of Tanya the Evil and ReZero all just pushed buttons or somehow found their way into another world where they ended up in a class with each other. We met all the different characters, covered a very vague storyline that lingers somewhere in the background, and then finally went into our favorite ridiculous moments and antics throughout the course of the whole series. We hope you enjoyed the first season of Isekai Quartet as much as we have, and consider watching this anime. Bye. So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our J-Mill for Real podcasts. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together. And now for a word from our sponsors. And today's show was brought to you by Dubby Energy, a modern approach to energy drinks with no sugar, dyes, or fillers added. Dubby Energy, be better. And use code ExploringAnime524 for 10% off your order. That's ExploringAnime524, one word, all capital letters, for 10% off your latest Dubby Energy order. Link listed in the show notes.